episode 160 of Lenny Solomon Live. Oh yeah, we have been away for a month. I just flew back from New York today, and we are wasting no time. We have to go on the air. We have to go on the air and go live on Lenny Solomon Live. Yes, I was in America for 4 weeks, did around 12 concerts, and there might have been 10 concerts. And here we go. We have our usual shout out from associate producer Judy Hertzfeld. Today is Nashville Predators night. Isn't this a nice jersey? I like this jersey. Now there's a lot of new effects coming in on Restream.io, including a green screen capability, so we're going to be adding that over the next year, maybe even sooner. We might go on every night this week because I've missed seeing you guys. But you know, when you're on the road, you can't really do live shows and then go to performance and then go to Lenny Solomon Live. It's too hard to do. Although I did it twice on the last trip, I couldn't get the sound to work properly. And so I ditched that idea and figured I would come back. So, Yep, we got home safely. And it is crazy time right now. Crazy time. Lots of corona tests I have to take to prove to everybody that I'm negative. Luckily, so far we have the all clear. All right, you guys ready to go and do a show here from the Four Corners Project studio here in Beit Shemesh, Israel? We are back in Beit Shemesh. Back in Beit Shemesh. That's a great idea for a song title. We have a new song we're going to be debuting tonight on the Lenny Solomon Live show. But let's go to play some of my favorites. Let's start with Trust in God. Here we go. A website fell by the wayside over the long weekend. Another false prophet screaming it's over. Let's all hide under the bed. What can we learn from all of these doom and gloom soothsayers? They don't know any more than us. They're emotional manipulators. They're emotional manipulators. Everybody. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in man. So put your trust in God. It'll work out in the end. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in man. So put your trust in God. It'll work out in the end. She emailed me, did you see the signs? They came true just as I dreamed. We're almost there, you better stock up. Prepare for the final scene. What can we learn from all of these cyberspace postulations? They mean well, but at the end of the day, they're not divine revelations. Only God knows the calculations. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in man. Just put your trust in God. It'll work out in the end. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in man. So put your trust in God. It'll work out in the end. 'Cause when the time has come for the glory of God to show, we will feel it, see it right on the street. A 5-year-old kid will know. A 5-year-old kid will know. Oh. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in man. So put your trust in God. It'll work out in the end. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in man. So put your trust in God. It'll work out in the end. Yeah, trust in God. Off the No Limits project that came out in 2009. Track 5. Okay, so for those of you watching from the 4 Facebook channels, whether it be the Schlock Rock page, the Four Corners Project page, or the Lenny Solomon English or the Lenny Solomon Hebrew page, make sure you leave a thumbs up, good comment. We love to hear from you. If you're watching on the 2 YouTube channels, the Schlock Rock channel or the Four Corners Project channel, leave a good comment, leave a thumbs up. We've been getting some great comments from Howard in Miami, actually North Miami Beach. If you're watching from LinkedIn, we love hearing from you too. And finally, if you're watching from Twitter at Lenny Solomon, make sure you leave good comments, subscribe. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channels because we'd love to have you. We want to build up those subscriptions. And remember, go to fourcornersproject.org as we are coming to the end of the year. There are only 4 days, 5 days till the end of the year. We had a great tour where we did some fabulous shows. And everybody out there, the next tour will take place probably February 16th or February 18th to March 8th, or March 9th. If you want a concert, let me know, email me. That's going to be the next tour, barring that the world is in the same place that it was around Chanukah. Now it's gotten a little bit worse since then. So this next song is a debut. It's called Do You Remember? It's the 5th original song that I've written on album number 40, The Big Six. And we're working on a great music video. Ethan Bill is doing the music video. It's called Do You Remember? And a very personal song. I hope you like it. It goes like this. Na 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 na. Do you remember when we could have a conversation, have a difference of opinion, and still stay friends? Do you remember when what we believed didn't matter, when we could talk and get along until the end? It's a different world with technology and advancements. It's not like the one that I grew up in. It's a different world with politics and talking points. Sometimes I long for those old days to return. Sing with me, everybody, like this. Na 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 na. Do you remember when we rode our bikes from dawn till dusk, play ball in the park every summer day? Do you remember when we'd sit down and write a letter and check the mailbox to see if we answered every day? Oh, it's a different world with apps and videos on demand. It's not like the one that I grew up in. It's a different world with gaming and binge watching. Sometimes I long for those old days to return. Everybody together. Na 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 na. Do you remember remember when things were not just black and white? There were many colors in between. Do you remember? Do you remember? Debut track off the Big Six, the 40th album, as I have written 5 out of the 11 songs. Okay, you guys. So what do we do now? Oh, we do a lot of things. A lot of things to do. So let's go right to another song. Am Yisrael Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Od Avinu Chai. Oh, 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 says Shalom B'Ramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'Yal Kol Yisrael, V'Imru Amen. Oh, says Shalom B'Ramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'Yal Kol Yisrael, V'Imru Amen. Am Yisrael Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Or Avinu Chai. Put your hands together, everybody. Oh, says Shalom B'Ramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'Yal Kol Yisrael, V'Imru Amen. Oh, says Shalom B'Ramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, V'Yal Kol Yisrael, V'Imru Amen. Am Yisrael Chai, Or Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Od Avinu Chai. Oh, oh, yeah. Am Yisrael Chai. As we are in the land of Israel, here in the Four Corners Project studio in Beit Shemesh, 33 minutes from Jerusalem, 45 minutes from Tel Aviv. Central Israel, Beit Shemesh, suburban neighborhood where lots of people live and then they commute. They either go to Jerusalem, they go to Rehovot, they go to Efrat, they go to Harachot Tzvim, which is a big high-tech area. For those of you out there that are thinking of moving, Israel's the place to be. You know that already by now. And of course, it's a difficult time. Difficult time. We got to keep on going now. We got to keep on going. Because we're going to be walking the land. We got to walk the land. So let's do that song, Walking the Land. It is really the city called Beit Shemesh. Every night I walk the streets, trying to stay in shape. You know it's not easy, but here I get an extra added treat. As I gaze upon the mountains of Judah, I see the fields so plenty and so green. Peaceful inner joy wells up inside of me. Sometimes I talk to God, it's so serene. And I'm walking the land, Eretz Yisrael, pounding the pavement with my feet. Every 4 amot, I get a mitzvah. When I walk the Holy Land, walk the beat. Yeah. Let's walk around our keys, go down the runway. Left at the traffic circle, then go straight. On Mapilea goes, make a left on Rashi, a decal to Aviv, ain't it great? Through the city into Migdal Hamayim, see the people at the sidewalk cafe. And say hello to Levi, the barber of Beit Shemesh. The running club is out as well today. And I'm walking the land, Eretz Yisrael, pounding the pavement with my feet. Every 4 amot, I get a mitzvah. When I walk the Holy Land, walk the beach. Words cannot express the gladness that I feel when I do my 40 minutes twice a day. And every passerby gets to hear my greeting. Erev Tov or Boker Tov is what I'll say. The spirit of the country rests upon you. The unity of all just uplifts. 'Cause even though we come from many different places, being all together is a gift. Everybody, and walk in the land. Oh, oh, Eretz Yisrael, pounding the pavement with my feet. Every 4 amot, I get a mitzvah. When we walk the Holy Land, walk the beat. And walk in the land, Eretz Yisrael, pounding the pavement with my feet. Every 4 amot, I get a mitzvah. When we walk the Holy Land, walk the beat. Walk in the Land. Track 7 on the No Limits album, came out in 2009. Okay, so I just want to say that this next song is a favorite of Ethan Bill's. And he grew up with Shlock Rock since he's been 2 years old. He was in the studio of his father, Steve Bill. And this was one of his favorite songs, so I think we're going to do it for you. It's called Hinei Lo Yanu. Here we go. But you know what? Yeah, after that, then we'll do the blessings for the sick. And we will do some names. Here we go. Hinei lo yanum velo yishan, shomer Yisrael. 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 Hashem shomecha, Hashem tzilcha, al yad yaminecha. Hashem yishmor tzedcha uvoecha me'ata vi'ad olam. Hashem shomecha, Hashem tzilcha, al yad yaminecha. Hashem yishmor tzedcha uvoecha me'ata vi'ad olam. Hinei lo yanum velo yishan, shomer Yisrael. Hinei lo yanum velo yishan, shomer Yisrael. Hinei lo yanum velo yishan, shomer Yisrael. Hinei lo yanum velo yishan, shomer Be'er Yisrael. Hashem Yishmor Tzidcha Vo'echa Me'ata V'ad Olam. Hashem Shomecha, Hashem Tzilcha Al Yad Yeminecha. Hashem Yishmor Tzidcha Vo'echa Me'ata V'ad Olam. Yeah. Off the We're Coming Back album, released in 1992, August 92, and this was track 6. Okay, we're coming to the end of the show, but before we close, what I would like to do is do some names of people that need a refuah shlema. They need a complete healing. So here we go. Shlomo Elimelech ben Rivka, Chaya bat Faya Sarida, Daniel ben Ita, Dov Ber ben Esther Razel, Yosef Michael ben Yehudit Shoshana, Yehuda Meir ben Malka, Asher Enzel ben Dvorah Malka, Miriam Dodi bat Chana Yochevet, Shmuel Michael ben Malka, Aliza bat Patsheva, Rivka Froma bat Leah Bela, Chana Leah bat Malka Sima. All these people, Yosef Chanoch ben Shulamit Chaya, Tova bat Esther. Here we go. Mordechai ben Simagita, Tzvi Chanoch ben Leah. For Parnasah, we need Parnasah and Refuah Shlema. That means income and Refuah Shlema. Dayan ben Chedva. For Shidduch, Shoshana Bracha bat Brindle, Asher Anshel ben Chana. I think it's Asher Anshel ben Chana. Okay, so that takes us to the last song, and we're going to close with Tu B'Shvat. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's something I'd play today. And Tu B'Shvat is not far away because we just finished Chanukah. And Rosh Chodesh Shvat is coming up next week. This week is Parshat Va'era, which is my Bar Mitzvah Parsha. So just giving you guys a heads up. That means my birthday cannot be far behind. When was my Hebrew birthday? Well, it was already. But English birthday is coming up. Let's call it a 2-week celebration. And I want to tell everybody out there, go to fourcornersproject.org and keep us going now. Keep us going for next year. This is show number 160. We do 120 shows a year. So we want to keep that going. Ready? Bore, bore, periha eights. Bore, bore, periha eights. Bore, bore, periha eights. Bore, bore, periha eights. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Oh, it's Rosh Hashanah. For the trees, it's Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Say Shechayanu, if you please, on Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. A new fruit to eat is bliss. Do this mitzvah, you won't be remiss. So sing this Tu b'shvat song. Just come and sing along with a rum bum bum bum. Oh, oh, with a rum bum bum bum. Oh, oh, Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Bore, bore, periha eights. Bore, bore, periha eights. Hashkedia porachat, shemesh bazorachat. Tziporim merosh kol gag, mevasrot et bohechag. Tu b'shvat higia, chag la'ilanot. Tu b'shvat higia, chag la'ilanot. Eat a new fruit on Tu b'shvat. Eat a new fruit on Tu b'shvat. Say Shechianu on Tu b'shvat. Say Shechianu on Tu b'shvat. Chita, Zora, Gefen, Teina, Rimon, Zeit Shemen, Dvash. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Everybody, come on. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. Let's take it home, everybody. Say it with me. Borei, borei, piri ha'etz. Borei, borei, piri ha'etz. Borei, borei, piri ha'etz. Borei, borei, piri ha'etz. Tu b'shvat, shvat, shvat. All right. Hope you had a great show. Lenny Solomon Live, show number 160. Probably coming to you tomorrow night with show number 161. We're going to try to make up for some lost time and maybe do 4 shows this week. Don't quote me on that, but that's what we're going to try to do. In the meantime, notice our new golf bag and golf clubs. The golf clubs are not new, but the golf bag is new. And it is part of the set of the Four Corners Project at Lenny Solomon Live. We now have a part of the man cave, as it were. We're getting there. Hockey jerseys, and of course golf clubs. You have to have them. Don't ask me if I go golfing ever. That's another story. Anyway, great to see you. We'll see you tomorrow night on Lenny Solomon Live, show number 161. Over and out. Keep on schlock.